help you through your lovepreneurship journey. Listen, as a lovepreneur, your problems are different. You have business issues, there's love issues. You got to figure it out. You can't just go to an ordinary counselor thinking that she can talk to you about your business problems. That's not going to work.
Hey everybody, it is Dr. Tamara Allen, your currency strategist, here with the amazing couple, the Lovepreneurs, Meek and Miss Diane. I'm so excited to have you guys here tonight.
Thank you.
All right. So, Lovepreneur.
Lovepreneur.
What's that all about?
So Lovepreneur is a platform for couples. We realized 15 years ago how hard it is when you have two powerful people that are powerful in their own right come together as one, not only just in a relationship, but also in business. And how do you make that work simultaneously? So when we started this journey 15 years ago, we realized that there was no information out here about it. We realized we had to be the sacrificial lambs to create that and make it happen, not just for us, but for all the couples that come up behind us.
So you're an alpha woman.
I am. A Dominican alpha woman at that.
Okay. But he's also an alpha male in his own right. So how did you make that work?
Well, Lovepreneur was birthed through pain, meaning that at first it was a lot of pain before we found out how to make it work. And one of the ways we made it work, we realized that we're like batteries, right? We both have all this power, but we don't have to release that power simultaneously all the time. We always keep visions, goals, and dreams at hand in the beginning. We have commandments, 12 commandments, and one of the 12 commandments is fight for what's right, not who is right. And those are one of the things that we had to learn.
Fight for what's right, not who is right.
Okay, we understand you have feelings, we understand you feel some type of way, but ultimately, what is the purpose and what is the intentions here? Why are we having this conversation? How can we resolve this? And that started minimizing the power behind the actual fight that we're having, or argument, or disagreement.
Yes, because being an alpha female, you got to know when to be submissive.
Yeah, and you know what? One of the things I
back.
found about submissiveness is you may want to be submissive, it doesn't mean that you have to change who you are.
Correct.
Or like what
That's
you're
the
saying.
misconception.
Yeah, 100%. Like I can be a little
100%.
less, but it doesn't necessarily, like a little less loud, a little less aggressive, a little less rowdy. But it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm now submitting to you. Because ultimately the submission is not to the man. The submission is to the mission the man has. So ladies gotta be real careful that you're over here submitting to a man that doesn't even have a mission attached to him.
Right, because they're thinking if they submit, I have to do everything he says. It's not about that. It's so not about that. And sometimes, it's not that we're trying to create this power thing of, because you submitted to me, I have to. They think of all these crazy things, and I don't know if it's an age generation or what, but it's like, this is a person that you love, okay? And it's not just you being submissive, he's been submissive in ways too. And they don't get that. They don't understand that. So Lovepreneurs kind of fell into your business, because I've always been in business with my spouse. So I don't know any kind of way. And now I'm in business with my sons, and they're men. They're alpha men. That's what we raised them. So they're not going to accept certain things that come from a woman that's going to be, if they're super duper loud, super duper aggressive, not respectful to not just other people, but to themselves. So now that you've always been entrepreneurs, how did you take your business and your love, how did you make that work?
So one of the things that, when going through the pain, what I realized is, I come from corporate America. I graduated from Temple University in 2007. Demetrius and I started dating in 2007. He was already an entrepreneur. So when I realized my corporate ways didn't line up to his entrepreneur ways, something wasn't working. Okay. So we started Googling stuff, trying to figure out, okay, how can we figure out how to make this work? Because we're just not seeing eye to eye. We are not on alignment, and we have to do something about this, like what's going on. So one of the things we stumbled across online, there was research and there was studies done with thousands of couples in the UK. And what they found out that is when couples support each other and they marry each other and they support their visions, goals, and dreams, listen to this, their personal net worth increases by 77%.
Absolutely. I can honestly say that when I was, the boy's dad and I were married, we went from, I made the first million when I was 32. Okay, because we were in alignment together. When you are not in alignment together, it doesn't work. Everything is falling apart. Why? Because you're both not on the same accord. And people, once again, they think about, well, I'm having to do everything he says, I'm having to submit. You're looking at it wrong. You're supporting each other. It's not one supporting one and not you're both supporting each other.
Yeah.
And when that happens, everything, not even just your relationship, not just your business, but your relationship and your friendship flourishes. Because that's true understanding. I mean, I don't know, y'all the lovepreneurs.
No,
I'm just going back.
Most people, especially when they get into a certain position of not only money but power and success, couples don't realize that they spend so much time investing time and money in building the business. Once they get to a certain pinnacle financially, they turn and look at each other and it's like, who are you? I don't even know who you are. Because they didn't invest any money and time in building the relationship.
Correct. Are y'all listening to this? Oh my God. That's why they're the lovepreneurs, okay? It's the reason why. Because you get a beautiful point of view from her and you get an amazing point of view from him. And being able to be one, it's like sometimes you find yourself thinking the same thing the other person's thinking. See? Because you're in alignment. And people don't realize that's the best place to be.
Now, can we all be honest?
Is it
not always
perfect?
perfect.
No.
Sure,
No.
And can we also be honest? Love is dope, but is love enough?
No, it's not.
Love is not
I'm
enough.
sorry, money is up there with oxygen now. I'm sorry.
You guys will know how to figure it out.
Because if you don't have the money, we got all kinds of problems. Because bills don't get paid and you're mad at each other and you're looking at him like, see, you told me to follow you and you didn't do this. But things don't come overnight either. So can you explain that?
The process. We love to talk about the power of patience.
Yeah, so most people, when they have an idea or a dream, they'll say, I want to become a millionaire.
Yes.
I want to build a successful business. How many times have you heard somebody say, I want the process and the pain that comes with that?
They never say that.
No.
They think all they see is the success part, but they don't see the journey to get there. Why you have become this most amazing power couple. They're like, oh my God, they're beautiful, they're amazing. Oh, I want that. But you don't want to do the work.
Most people underestimate the cost of greatness. And that's a big problem why a lot of people start, they stop, they're trying 10 different things because they don't understand how important it is to build underground. When you sow a seed for a tree, it doesn't start as a tree. That seed has to be watered and nurtured when nobody else sees it.
That
And
mustard
most
seed.
people, when you got people in your ear like, I thought you were doing this, I thought we don't see the results. Now they're ready to stop and start something else instead of staying consistent, building those roots and foundation that's necessary. So when that tree gets up in the sky, it can succeed in all seasons of life.
Absolutely. Oh my God. Are you guys getting these nuggets that they're dropping? Are you guys getting this? Oh my goodness. Okay, so where should a couple start if they're not married and they're doing business together? Where should they start?
I love that you said that because they should definitely start by starting to see if they can build together, start doing their business. So a lot of people say, well, shouldn't I marry first before we start a business? Not necessarily. There is a smart way to do it, but if you are an entrepreneur, an inspired entrepreneur, you have the spirit of entrepreneurship. You cannot date just any old type of person. You are different. You are not an ordinary person, and you can't date an ordinary person, ordinary thinker. They have to have a certain mindset shift. We have created literally a community of nothing but like-minded couples and lovepreneurs that feed off of one another from ideas, business goals, and values. That person has to share your value. And here's a quick hack to all my singles. Are you ready for this? You have to date patterns. Stop dating potential. You cannot measure someone's potential. You will be always at a disadvantage and a loss if you consider to measure the success of a relationship based on someone's potential, what you think they're capable of.
Most couples that date want to focus on, oh, I want to be in a relationship with this person. What they don't realize is you have relationship and you also have partnership. Build the partnership before the relationship, because if the partnership don't work, we don't have many things that will be relatable to.
Yes, sir.
I need a mic.
Damn, we could
I
clap
need
it
a
over.
mic. Okay, like, woo, that is so deep, because a lot of women date for potential.
Here's one more thing. Your partnership is for your business. Your relationship is for your love.
Are you guys? You see why they're the most amazing lovepreneurs out here on the planet? Okay. Wow. Okay, so let me see. Next question. Because you done blew my mind right now. You done blew my mind, okay? You done blew my mind. I love them. Okay, so now, do you think a couple should get counseling?
100%. So in our community, we actually have licensed counselors that help you through your lovepreneurship journey. Listen, as a lovepreneur, your problems are different. You have business issues, there's love issues, and you got to figure it out. You can't just go to an ordinary counselor thinking that she can talk to you about your business problems. That's not going to work. So these counselors, they're actually also entrepreneurs. So in our lovepreneur community, we have the counseling option. Why is that important, you say? Counseling should be a lifestyle. You should always have someone to talk to, process your emotions with. I understand you just want to talk to your partner. You're not always going to see eye to eye. And that is 100% okay and 100% healthy, by the way. You want to seek counsel from an outside source looking in. They can guide you both simultaneously so you can continue to be under one vision, different positions. The reason why there is division is because you guys allow two visions in the same relationship, and that will not withstand and will cause division and separation.
Oh, total implosion.
Here's one other thing. A lot of times people shy away from counseling because they hear the word counseling. Form of counseling is a form of mentorship. You don't wait until you get into a car accident to get car insurance. You need it prior to, so you know how to handle it. If your relationship or partnership gets into an accident, you know how to handle it moving forward.
Okay. So I'm just like, wow. Okay, this is deep. Okay, so all right, next question. Because counseling, a lot of couples is, I'll say the men generally don't want to do it. Okay, so the fact that now mental illness in our community and all of that, my husband suffers from mental illness. So it's been totally like, a woman would turn into alpha because if it's like this, it's the alpha switch turns on if things ain't going accordingly, okay? She turns into that alpha female. When you are dealing with counseling, how do you choose your counselor?
Based on your values. See, ultimately, everyone should have a counselor that can cover you also on a spiritual level. So if you don't have the option to do both, make sure that you have both if you have to separately. So as a lifestyle, as an individual for yourself, but also spiritual covering is very important in this process, especially if you're an entrepreneur. Because there are so many battles you find on a daily basis. As an entrepreneur, you are solving everybody else's problem every day. Those spirits are coming against you as well because you're all up in it. So you want to make sure that you are covered spiritually as well through the counseling.
Yeah, because you want to protect your energy.
And referrals are always good. You know, if you have other people that may be in your network, that's why you have to be in a network. A lot of people don't understand there's so many reasons to be inside of a great network so you can have those referrals. If there's other people that have had counseling through someone, hey, we're looking for counseling, who should we go to?
That support. It's that support of the community. That is and that was the next question. The community. How important is it having the community? People think they gotta walk this alone.
Most couples don't realize when you hear about a baby, right? It's always been said it takes a village to raise a child. Most couples don't realize that building a relationship is just like building a child. It takes a village. It takes a village to build a business to success. So if it takes it for all those things, it definitely takes it for your relationship. You need a village around that. So when you guys are going through things and experiencing things that you don't have the wherewithal of how to make it through, you can tap into your community.
Absolutely. And in community, there's commitment and there's consistency. It keeps you accountable through your journey, especially as lovepreneurs, if you have a business and your commitment level in your relationship. And hence the reason why we started the Lovepreneur community, so other like-minded couples can speak to each other on a weekly basis, share resources, share ideas, and also keep each other accountable in their growth process as entrepreneurs and also those living in a relationship. What I love too about the Lovepreneur community is that men, other like-minded men, can also feed off each other energy, encourage one another, because men in our community need that. It's a lot easier for women to open up to each other.
I literally
men
was
want to
thinking
do that.
I was literally thinking that because the way the world is now, although it's getting smaller, it's still big, okay? And the reason why I say that because the internet is so accessible, but because of this planned scamdemic, it has separated people even more. So therefore people, one of the reasons why people were kind of losing their mind, because they were by themselves. They didn't have a sense of community. They didn't have anybody to be there for them. And had they been a part of some type of community, they would have been able to make it through such a crazy time.
100%.
So,
Commitment lasts longer in community.
I like that.
And when you're in the community, there's other people that can help you stay accountable to the things you would normally let go of.
Do you see why we have them on here today? I hope you learned something from them. So, I need you to give out the Instagram, my friends.
Yes, absolutely. So the Instagram is @Lovepreneur. So love and preneur. If you Google Lovepreneur, you'll find out everything about us. My personal Instagram @Dhayany. I'm pretty sure they'll add the name there because it's spelled crazy. And my husband's Instagram is
Meet the Emperor on Instagram.
Can you spell that, please?
MEETTHEEMPEROR. Lovepreneur is LOVEPRE. NEUR. I'm sorry.
And please spell yours.
@Dhayany. DHAYANY.
Guys, I'm so grateful. I love you both. I love you.
You have my heart.
You know we got number love for you,
You know I love you guys.
No.
Guys, we will be back with another episode with the Lovepreneurs, and hopefully my husband and I will be able to be sitting here interviewing with you guys, okay? So I'm excited. Guys, we'll be back with another video. Thank you for watching.